The small coastal town of Ravenswood was famous for its majestic lighthouse, standing tall and proud on the rocky shoreline. The townsfolk whispered about the strange occurrences surrounding it, but outsiders rarely stayed long enough to discover the truth. I was different. I had always been drawn to the unknown. As a curious 12-year-old, I spent most of my summer vacation exploring every nook and cranny of Ravenswood. My best friend, Emma, and I stumbled upon the lighthouse one afternoon while searching for seashells on the beach. The structure was unlike anything we'd ever seen, its tower twisted and curved like a madman's sculpture. The lighthouse's keeper, an eccentric old man named Jasper, welcomed us with a warm smile. He told tales of the strange creatures that dwelled in the ocean, warning us to stay away from the water at night. Emma and I exchanged skeptical glances. We had heard these stories before, yet, as we left, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was watching us from the shadows. That evening, Emma's parents insisted on taking a walk along the shore. The moon was full, casting an eerie glow over the waves. As we strolled, Jasper appeared at the edge of our group, his eyes gleaming with an otherworldly intensity. He spoke in hushed tones about the lighthouse's true purpose, to warn of creatures that lurked beneath the surface. Emma and I dismissed Jasper Eurostrade's warning as the ramblings of a lonely old man, but that night, as I lay in bed, I couldn't stop thinking about the intensity in his eyes. A low, rhythmic hum, unlike the usual sound of the waves, began to vibrate through my windowpane. I crept to the glass and saw that the lighthouse beam was spinning faster than usual, its light cutting through the darkness with a frantic, searching energy. The next morning, Emma was pale and quiet. She hadn't slept well either, she admitted. We decided to confront Jasper directly to prove his stories were just fiction. We found him on the rocky shore, staring out at the churning water. "You felt it too, didn't you, children?" he asked without turning around. "The light isn't just a beacon for ships, it's a warning." And last night, something answered. He led us into the lighthouse keeper's cottage, a place cluttered with nautical maps and strange, glowing stones. On his table lay a sketch of a creature with long, slender limbs and eyes that held the vastness of the ocean itself. "My family has kept this light for generations," he explained. "We are the reason this town still stands. The creatures, the deep ones, they hunger for the land, but the light, it reminds them of a pact made long ago." Suddenly, a frantic knock came at the door. It was the town mayor, his face ashen. "Jasper, 3 fishermen didn't return last night. Their boat was found smashed against the northern rocks." Jasper Eurostrade's gaze met mine, and in that look was not madness, but a terrible, ancient truth. The pact, he seemed to say, was beginning to break. The town was thrown into a panic. Search parties were organized, but they found nothing. For the first time, the whispers about the lighthouse weren't just stories. Emma and I were confined to our houses, but the feeling of being watched was now a constant, suffocating presence. That night, I dreamt of vast, submerged cities and eyes staring up from the watery darkness. Driven by a desperate need to understand, I snuck out at dawn and ran to the lighthouse. I found Jasper at the base of the tower, clutching his chest. "The light is dying," he wheezed, his face pale. "The mechanism is old, and without it, they will come ashore. The pact must be renewed, but I am too weak to make the climb." He looked at me, a glimmer of desperate hope in his eyes. "I'll do it," I heard myself say, the words tumbling out before I could stop them. He handed me a heavy, ancient key. "At the very top, you'll find the heart of the light. It is a prism, but it is also a lens to another world. You must place your hand upon it and believe in its purpose. You must will it to shine." My hands trembled as I unlocked the heavy iron door and began the long, spiraling climb up the twisted staircase. The climb was endless, each step heavier than the last. The frantic hum of the failing light filled my skull. Finally, I burst into the lamp room. Before me, the enormous, intricate prism spun slowly, its glow flickering like a dying ember. Through the windows, I could see the shallow water churning with dark, impossible shapes moving toward the shore. With a final, desperate breath, I reached out and pressed my palm against the cold, humming crystal, pouring every ounce of my belief and fear into it. The lighthouse erupted in a blinding, silent flash of pure white light.